I've heard that your dreams came true. All right. I don't know how loud that was on the microphone. I adjusted the gain. We should be good to go. But we are on week 2. We are on day number 9 because, as I mentioned, 8-day microcycle. We are back to Beat the Book, and that is the name of today's episode, Beat the Book. I think this is something that a lot of lifters leave as low-hanging fruit. We're getting right into it today. What's going on, guys? No intro. So, beating the book, what does this mean? Well, obviously, when it comes to the main lifts, it's not a case that we can always just add more weight, right? That would be the dream, unless you're Austin Perkins, of course, in which case you're just on a beat the book with the main lifts every single month. But today's goal, I don't know why I keep doing this. What is this? People do this all the time when they're talking on microphones. We're putting the hands away. Okay. Today we're on a mission to beat the book. Today we are trying to best the numbers that we hit last session. So I got this from Dave Tate's podcast. Incredibly gracious host, and this notebook, when I received it, I was like, I'm going to use this during my bulk, and we're going to track things. So today we have comp deadlifts, which you guys saw a 584 single from last week. That's obviously easy to advance upon. Bench press, same deal. We had ascending sets up to 365 for 6. Terrible starting point last week, so there'll be no issue advancing upon that. But really the area we're looking to improve upon here is going to be the flies and the dips. And again, you guys need to check me on this. Anytime I say I'm going to failure on something, you need to let me know whether or not I'm going to failure. Let me fix this camera here. There we go. Okay. So flies. The top set that we did was a 25 each side. I know, pathetic. For 13 and a half reps, 4.5 forced, and 3 partials. So that's what we're looking to beat today. And then for dips, we did our 2 plates for 3x7. This week, I think we'll be able to add probably another whole plate to that. But then afterward, with reduced rest time, we did a set of 9 with 1 plate constant tension, and then body weight, we only got 3.5. So we were pretty fried from a work capacity standpoint, probably from doing the flies first. But because the flies are short and position biased, upper pecs recover a bit faster than the lower, and we're just trying to put on size. That's what I'm going to be prioritizing. So we got, you guys probably can't see here, but you can see that little cap there. Got my Alico bar from my powerlifting gym. I picked it up maybe a couple weeks ago, and I've just been too lazy to bring it in. So today we're going to bring it in, and we're going to use it for pulls, and hopefully my lock doesn't get broken into and stolen. So day 1, week 2. Let's get after it. All right, so we were in the zone, didn't film the last warm-up, but feeling significantly better than last week. One of the interesting things about my pull is it feels like it just responds to something different really well for a short period of time. Like the novelty element of deadlifts, I could just have an 8-week stint of doing something new and hit a new PR, but then I can't continue that same layout for much longer. So the 4-day week went amazingly, and then it didn't beat me up, it just was flat. The same thing happened going into 2 Nats ago in 2025. Gotta put on some music here real quick. But yeah, now we're back to 2, and I feel super strong. So 633. So this is set number 2, 496. Just trying to stay relaxed. My biggest issue is when I try to move fast, I tense up in the arms, and I think this is a lesson for everybody that you actually don't need a lot of tension in the upper body to pull well, sumo or conventional. Smooth. All right, so this is going to be the penultimate set. It's 363 pounds. So the same as the top set last week. I'm going to be honest, I haven't really been training on the comp benches, mainly because it's just more convenient to be on the commercial ones, and this is Giga Turbo Cope, but some benches feel better in comp than they do in training. Like this is one where when you're chalked up, you have your singlet, it feels amazing, but if you're in training wearing just a polyester shirt, it's going to be slippery. So 363, let's hope we don't slip here. What is going on? Giga Cope 363 moved like cheeks on set number 3, so we're repeating for set number 4. Gonna make it move better. I mean, the real main issue is just sliding, but I don't want to chalk up this shirt, so it is what it is. My bar tilt must be crazy, and I've just not monitored it at all because the plates are sliding off the left side. Yeah, my bar tilt must be nuts because they're just flying off that side.
Do you have any clamps or no? You want to do it with no clamps?
I mean, I'm done now, so it is what it is, but I probably should clip it up. All right, we got set number 1. I'm gonna get a gauge here, compare it to last week. We're gonna check the book one more time so I remember how much I need to go for to beat it. Set 1. Well, that was way easier. I'm gonna go up to 35 for set number 2. And I'm gonna move this microphone back to the hat, because that was probably way too loud. All right, so taking the 10s off, took about a 2-minute rest, which is a little bit longer than what I was taking for the previous sets. Trying to keep rest times a little bit shorter. I don't think we need as long. I'm gonna argue that the rest time meta is probably somewhere in the middle of what both camps advocate for, but the sets with 35 felt infinitely easier than last week, so I think we should be good for way more. We have 13.5, 4.5, and 3 for forced and partials. I think today's gonna be blowing that out of the water. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, we got one more. Oh. Okay, that was interesting. That was definitely failure. But we got more full reps and fewer partials. Or force, rather. Well, both. I don't know what that's about, but I think that's progress. I would say that that's progress. Ugh. I don't know, what do you guys think? The total number of reps I think is the same or lower, but the number of full reps is higher. I feel like that has to be better. We're even more fried after that top set of flies, so we're sticking with 2. We're gonna make it move faster than last time, and we're just gonna go straight to 1 and then straight to body weight. And I gotta check the book. I'll check it after this set, but I think we'll be able to beat it as well. drop to 1. And let's grab the book before that anabolic window runs out. So we got 9, that's abysmal, and then 3.5. We're gonna smoke that. All right, here we go. Just need to be 9, come on. We got one more, come on. I think that was less rest too than last time. I think last time I straight up rested a full couple minutes. All right, we just need more than 3.5. Oh, that picked up quick. Come on. Come on, lock out. Oh, man. Like 0.999. Happy Sunday. If you're Catholic, you are celebrating the feast of our Lord's Ascension. If you're Christian, hope you had a wonderful day at church. If you're nothing, come to Christ. But in all seriousness, we celebrated the feast of our Lord's Ascension today. So it's a wonderful day. And it is day 2, microcycle 2 of Meso 1. And 8-day cycle, everything gets shifted down. So we have our heaviest leg day here on a Sunday, which is interesting because Sundays are obviously the least busy day in the gym, which means that today's attempt at redemption on the hack squat is likely going to be spotterless. So 50 would be amazing. Originally was saying I'd shoot for 50 reps in total, but if I can't get force reps, I would just love to break the 45 that I did last week by myself. And in all honesty, I'm a little nervous. Like, I'm amped up for this session. I'm very excited to rise to the occasion, but I'm nervous because I was genuinely surprised at how helpful it was just having someone there to basically jump the counts for you, which basically means every time you're coming up on that round number, they tell you to do X number more that would already put you past it. So it's like I would get to, 38, and I'm thinking in my head, okay, 2 more to 40, and then maybe that's a good place to stop, and you'd be like 5 more, and it's like, oh crap, okay, we're going for 5 more. So it's got to be all in here today, which I'm ready for. So we're gonna squat first. It'll be pretty light, probably only gonna go up to maybe 515 for the top triple. Nothing crazy, and then we will get to work, and hopefully you guys can see some serious intensity, because like I said, we are going to bring a level of intensity to powerlifting, vlogging, powerlifting training that you guys have not seen. That's the goal. So let's get to work. R.I.P. the Nori apparel. I think on my last warm-up here, I just tore my pants. So I guess that means I'm hitting depth, but got to control it better. Bar path got a little clunky. It is one of the things that always happens is that when squatting is not in tip-top shape, it's not necessarily the legs feel weak, it's more so just the control. So kind of like I said last week, we got to just stay forward, stay inhaled, and just glide into the bottom.
knee sleeves were down for that set. It really didn't feel that different. It moved pretty well. I mean, control was not like A+, but overall felt really, really strong in the legs. It's crazy how different flats, and I don't mean how different flats from heels, but I mean literally how like the flat that you use can make a world of a difference. Like, I tried squatting in Avances. I love Avances for deadlifts, but it just felt like it had too much arch support because I have a big arch in my foot. And then I tried wrestling shoes and it felt like I was just rolling over to the outside of my foot because, again, I have an arch, so I'm more likely to go into supination. Whereas the Hyper Vs, they're really boxed off and really flat, so it lets me get into more pronation. But yeah, felt good. And for anybody wearing heavy sleeves, unless you're USAPL, get ready to stop wearing them because I think they're going to be banned soon. So. I'm getting more nervous for this than like a top single on squat. Because you could always quit, and that's scarier than failing. Whew. Good pace, counting fives. Good pace. Just gotta bring the heart rate down. Come on. At least 45. Come on.
40. Dig deep, dig deep.
How many?
44. You got like 10 more. You got like 10 more. Almost there. Almost there. Finish strong. Finish strong. Let's go.
How many?
47. Come on, come on. You got way more. You got way more. Let's go. Dig deep, dig deep. Way more.
Oh,
Deep breath, deep breath. You got way more. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Way more. Way more. You're strong. You're strong. Come on. You're strong. You're strong. Let's go.
oh.
I hope I didn't miscount, but I'm pretty sure that was like 53. That was good.
Ugh. Thank you, brother.
I hope I didn't miscount. I might have, man. I might have, but I'm pretty sure you got 50. Pretty sure.
Cool. So we got the set on video. I don't know if it was 50 at this point. I haven't watched it back. Raul said 53, 50 plus 3 assisted. I think he might have skipped ahead to 40. I was counting, but obviously your brain is not working well when you're 40 reps in. I think he might have jumped a few, but even so, I think we still beat 45. And I realized, like 5 reps in, that these were still down. And I was like, oh man, like this is definitely, like it made me want to re-rack it, but you can only, I think, channel that zone once in a day. Like you have that mental, you know, the 1,000-yard stare and just go until you can't sentiment or mindset. You get that once, and I don't think I could have reset it. So I would have rather gone for it and maybe feel slightly weaker than just to try it again and just you know, quit. So 3 sets of 5. That's it. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. So, I'm historically a big belt squat RDL guy. I find that I can hinge more easily, and I'm good at it. I can throw like 9-10 plates on the pitch shark, and I basically can match my belt squat on the RDL. But I suck at regular RDLs, and Marcella's programmed these as barbell, and last week I did them as belt squat, and I think the thing separating me is glute size, genuinely. It's one of those things where I look at guys with similar quads to mine. Like, I don't think there's anybody with quads as big as mine who squat less than I do. I think I'm probably the weakest squatter of someone with legs my size, and I think the glutes have something to do with it. So I'm gonna try to build up this RDL. I don't know how this is gonna go. I haven't RDL'd anything heavy in a very long time. Oh my goodness. That was the most grueling workout I think I've ever done. I still don't know how many reps I did. Raul and I were talking afterward. I think he overcounted by like 2 or 3. I hope not more than that, but I think about 2 or 3. You guys will obviously know by now. But I just remember getting to like 30 and then counting in like 3s and 2s, and I heard 40 on like an odd number, and I was like, I don't know if that's right, but I was happy to be there. And I think when I heard 50, the light kind of left my eyes, and I was like, all right, we're done. Like, there's no sense in going to 60. Not that there's no sense, but like, I think I checked out a little bit, which I hate to say. It was more so like a physiological than a psychological checkout, where I just felt my body sort of just dump the adrenaline. But the Bulgarians, after, I didn't even take that long of a rest. I think I was like on the ground for maybe like 3-4 minutes, and then I got up and waddled over to the Bulgarians and did those on about a minute to 90 seconds rest. And it felt like my legs were going to pop. I don't even know what I sounded like in the microphone. I'm afraid to listen back, but that was horrible. Horrible. And then the adductors are like deceptively difficult. Like, if you really keep the pelvis in one spot and just focus on creating the largest sort of sweeping arc of an adduction, really trying to keep your legs away and keep that pad as far away from the hip joint as you can. Oh man, it's brutal, but oh man. Okay, so we're gonna go up next week on the hack squat. Squats feel really strong. Body weight is good. I was still sub 86 this morning, so I mean, we still have about 7 kilos of body weight to go, but I feel myself filling out well. Like, I already kind of feel it going to the right places. I've obviously spent enough time over the past decade around this body weight to know like when I'm leaner at this body weight, when I'm a little softer at this body weight, and I think things are filling out nicely. So I'm excited to see where the surplus goes. Right now I'm gaining like 0.75% a week, which is fairly aggressive, but it's also bouncing back from being way underweight. So
I think it'll peter off sometime soon, and I think about 0.5% a week is probably what we're shooting for, because if I were to gain 0.75 over the next 12 weeks, I would be 94 kilos by then, which I don't think could even happen on this intake. I think I'd really have to up it, but at any rate, we're going to keep things moving. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll film more important training, or not more important training, what am I saying? More important training for you guys to see, at least, given that you've now seen 2 day 1s and day 2s. I'll show you guys some of the middle of the week. I think that'll be interesting. Just getting after hard work, just hard basic exercises. No fancy lat focus pull downs, and I'm a big fan of those, but just really just trying to push hard work, and that's really the goal. Just getting back to, you know, the fundamentals, and I think we can all afford to revert our minds to that period. But at any rate, I'm gonna go grocery shopping. I'm going to prep food for the week, and this week sometime I'll do a full day of eating, because I know that you guys will be interested to see that, especially with my macros being as high as they are right now. I'm sure you'll be wondering, like, how am I getting the 600 grams of carbs in, especially with me saying it's mostly sugar. So I'll see you guys in a few days. I appreciate you all watching, and I'll probably be sore the next time I see you, because this is, oh man, it's brutal. All right, take care.